students. I am Mrs. Shivie. Welcome you all on my channel Alliteration. Today we will read the chapter of Exploring English of the Std-08. This is the poem of Unit-01, The Differently Able. In this poem, the story tells about the disability of the children who is running on the dash. How they are going, how they are achieving, how they got the medals, the story tells here in the form of poem. As the name shows, story about the 9 gold medals. It is written. The story is about the sports, about the differently able children, and the story here goes. The athletes had come from all over the country to run for the gold, for the silver and bronze. Many weeks and months of training, all coming down to these games. The athletes had come. Athletes, the person, the people, those who run. So the athletes were there, the people were there from all over the country. There were so many athletes, they have come from all over the country to run for the gold. They came here for the gold medal because they had to run and they had to achieve the gold medal. They had to come first position for the silver and bronze, and maybe someone will be there in the second position, someone will be in the third position. So they are there to come here to achieve the gold, silver and bronze medals. Many weeks and months of training all coming down to these games. They have taken so much training for the games, for the runs. So they have entered in the sports and they have taken the training from the coaches, and so many weeks and months have passed to take the training. Means after training, they have come here from all over the country to achieve the gold, silver and bronze medal. The spectators gathered around the old field. The cheer on all the young women and men. The final event of the day was approaching. Excitement grew high to begin. The spectators gathered. Spectators means a person who watches an event, means the person, darshak, spectator or audience, the people, those who watch the event. So spectators were there, people were there, public were there and gathered around the old field. They gathered there, they collected there in the old field to cheer on all the young women and men. It is not sure that only the men were there. No, ladies were also there to run in the field. So to cheer up, to buckle up, to give the applause to the men and women, to the runners, so many people, so many spectators came there in the old field. The final event of the day was approaching. Excitement grew high to begin. Now it was the time to start the race. So the final event of the day means they came there for the run, they came there for watch the run. So they came there for watching the race, and the excitement was full of enthusiasm. They were high in excitement, they were having the cheerfulness in the hearts. The blocks were all lined up for those who would use them. The 100-yard dash and the race to be run. These were 9 resolved athletes in bag and starting line, poised for the sound of the gun. The blocks were all lined up for those who would use them. Means the people were there, the athletes were there, and for each athletes, the blocks, the lines were made. Means they have to run in their own blocks. Means होता ना, आपने देखा भी होगा कि so many students or so many athletes, runners will be there, and they have to run in their own sides, in their own blocks. So blocks were made there, and they were there to use only their blocks. The 100-yard dash. Dash means the area, the place, a race in which the people take part. Means there are two meanings. First, the race in which the people have come there, and another meaning is dash, the area in which they had to run. So 100 meters area was there to run. Means the athletes were there for the 100-meter race. And the race to be run, these were 9 resolved athletes in back of the starting line. There were 9 people, there were 9 runners, 9 athletes to run over there on their blocks, and they were stood on the ditch on the 100-yard area at the starting point. And poised for the sound of the drum. Poised mean having determination. Sorry, poised mean completely still position. They are having the still position. They are waiting. They were still there and they were ready to run from there. So they have taken the position on the back side of the starting point, and they have taken the position because they were waiting for the gun. When the guns is showed, then the indication is there now. So that's why they were waiting for the gun and they were waiting for the signal. The signal was given, the pistol exploded, and so did the runners, all charging ahead. So now this time the pistol was shot. Means the gun was shot, the pistol was exploded, and the signal was given. They had to run now. The signal was given, and the runners were charging ahead. Now all the runners were ready to move on the area of the run. But the smallest among them, he stumbled and staggered and fell to the spell instead. The smallest among them means there was the smallest runner, the athlete, and he stumbled and staggered. Stumbled and staggered. Staggered means walk with weak and steady step. Moving not properly, able to stand on his legs. So he was not having the courage to stand properly. He was moving, he was shivering, he was stammering and stumbling and fell to asphalt instead. And he was there about to asphalt, a thick black sticky substance like coal tar, means through which the mark was made. So he was about to fall on the asphalt and he is standing. See, here is new thing to learn, that is figure of speech. Figure of speech is called the poetic device. It is just like the device as you are there to use for the computer system, for the TV, for the virtual classes like remote, CPU, speakers, microphones. So as the devices are there to give the help for the virtual classes. So here in English poetry, there is poetic device, and one of them it is figure of speech. In figure of speech, there are so many figure of speech, but one is there, that is alliteration. 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 So this is the figure of speech alliteration, in which the repetition of the letters in two or more than two words are same. Like smallest S, stumbled S, staggered S. Means here is the repetition in the starting letters of the words. It should be two or more than two in a single line. So here is alliteration. Understood? Yes. Let's proceed in our next stanza. He gave out a cry in frustration and anguish. His dreams and his efforts all dashed in the dirt. But as sure as I am standing here telling this story, the same goes for what next. He gave out a cry. Now, obviously, when the small boy will fall on the road, that he will cry, and also he was having the problem or thought in his mind that he will fail in race. So he was frustrated and anguished. Anguish means he was too much having pain and he was unhappy. Means he was too much unhappy and he was having the frustration that he had fallen there and he couldn't run. His dreams and his efforts all dashed in the dirt. He was there to see the dreams that he will come there on the first, second, or third position. He will win the race and he will get the silver, bronze, or gold medal. But all the dreams had fallen in the mud, in the dirt, and he was not there to be able to run there. But as sure as I am standing here telling this story, the game goes for what next. The writer is saying, because I is used here, so the poet is saying that he was standing there, he was seeing that now this little boy has fallen there. So everyone was shocked, even the writer was shocked, and he was saying that when I was telling the story, I was having also the frustration, and I was also having the surety that such same goes for what next occurred. That now what will happen again and what will be their situation. The 8 other runners pulled up on their heels, the ones who had trained for so long to compete. One by one, they all turned around and went back to help him and brought the young boy to his feet. So, here is the again alliteration in the second line. I am repeating the alliteration. What is alliteration? Alliteration is a kind of figure of speech in which the starting letters are there. If the starting letters will be repeated in more than 2 words or 2 words in a single line, then we will call that here it is alliteration. Like in the second line, dreams, D dash, D and dirt means in these 3 words the starting letter D, the starting alphabet D is continuing repeated. So here will be alliteration. Now see the next stanza. The 8 other runners pulled up on their heels. The ones who had trained for so long to compete. One by one, they all turned around and went back to help him and brought the young boy to his feet. The 8 other runners. There were 9 runners now, so one had fallen there. So 8 runners. Those who were there to continue the race, but they pulled up. Pulled up means to stop or to stay there. Stop at the place. They stay there. They stop there. And on their heels means they stop there on their foot. And the ones who had trained for so long to compete. The ones means the people were there who were having the training to compete from each other, to compete to each other. One by one, they all turned around. One by one, gradually, they turned back and they saw that what is going on there on the dash. And they went back to help the little boy and brought the boy on his feet. And they held to that little boy and they let him stand on his feet. Means they held all the 8 runners held that little boy and they were ready to give the help to him, and they helped him and they let him stand on his feet. Then all the 9 runners joined hands and continued the 100-yard dash, now reduced to a wall, and a banner above that said Special Olympics could not have been more on the mark. Then all the 9 runners joined hands and continued. Means now they have collaborated, they have joined their hands, they hold their hands and they continued the race together. 100-yard dash now reduced to a walk. Now the 100 yards, the 100-meter race was reduced for the walk. Means it was short for the walk. And a banner above that Olympics. Now they got the banner and on that banner Special Olympics. Never we have seen that, never we have heard that all the participants will run together, but one by one they will compete to each other, but here they all were helping to each other and they were running there with each other. So the Special Olympics is called this race. Could not have been more on the mark. And nothing was there to be marked, only the Special Olympics is written. For that's how the race ended with 9 gold medals. They came to the finish line holding hands still, and a standing ovation and 9 beaming faces said more than these words ever will. No one was lost, no one was lost anything. So they all the winners. They achieved something. They filled the enthusiasm in the hearts of the public, all the spectators. And now they have ended the race togetherly to hold the hands with each other, and they got the gold medal. They came to the finish line holding hands still. Still they were holding the hands up to the last border line. And standing ovation. They got the standing ovation. Standing ovation means show their appreciation with claps. Means each and everyone, all the audience, all the spectators got up and giving the appreciation in the enthusiastically, and they clapping, and they were giving the achievement, they were giving the blessings, they were standing there, and they were giving the honor to all the 9 people. And the 9 beaming faces had more than these words ever will. Now their faces, the 9 athletes' faces were shining, beaming, shining. So their shining faces were showing that they have got all the wish they have said through their faces. They were saying indirectly thank you, and their faces were showing that they have achieved all the things and they are happy. That's how the race ended with 9 gold medals. They came to the finish line holding hands still, and a banner above that said Special Olympics, said more than these words ever will. So that's how the race ended. Now the race has been ended, and all the people were the winner, and the 9 gold medals were there. They came to the finish line, they achieved the gold medal, and they were still holding the hands. And a banner above that said Special Olympics. Again, this line is repeated, and here the special banner was there, and Special Olympics was written over there. And said more than these words ever will, means no one will be there to have the wish like this. They got the wish, they got the special treatment in the Special Olympics. So much more than these words ever will. So here in the line, the writer is saying that nothing will be happen again like this, or more than these words, means if these words means the 9 people's word will be there, there is the wish of these 9 people. Nothing will be said and nothing will be told. So how they have achieved the 9 gold medals? They helped with each other. They helped the 9 athlete, the small boy, and they didn't have the frustration to think over there that they will lose the race, but they helped him, the differently abled people, and they got the achievement. So the poetry is finished here. I hope that you will like it and you will learn from this. So have a good day. Till now, bye bye.